Good morning, this is World Cup Daily from Stoppage Time News. Everything you missed overnight in one sitting. Coming up, Harry Kane rescues England, a shock lead for DR Congo, then a Kane double to keep the dream alive. It was a wild knockout night elsewhere too. Belgium storm back to break Senegal hearts, and the United States march on despite a red card. Plus, Spurs go big with a club record move for Sandro Tonali. It's Thursday, the 2nd of July. Let's get into it. Arthur here, and the last 32 rounds served up drama from the first whistle to the last. Start in Atlanta, where England came from behind to beat DR Congo 2-1. Congo stunned them with an early lead through Shipenga, and for a long while a giant upset was on the cards until Harry Kane took over, scoring twice to complete the comeback and send England into the last 16. There was controversy too. The pundits split over a penalty claim when Kane went down, and Kane himself called it England's best game of the tournament. Then to Seattle, and a comeback for the ages. Senegal raced 2-0 clear, Ismaïla Sarr with the pick of the goals and looked to be cruising. But Belgium hauled it back to force extra time, and deep into it, Youri Tielemans tucked away a contentious penalty given after a video review to win it 3-2.
Heartbreak for Senegal, a stunning turnaround for Belgium.
And in the Bay Area, the United States are through as well, beating Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0. Folarin Balogun opened the scoring, then saw a straight red card that has already divided opinion. Pochettino's side march on regardless, and a last 16 meeting with Belgium now awaits. What a round! Now the story of the day, and it belongs to one man again. Harry Kane did not just win England a game, the morning papers reckon he saved their World Cup, and perhaps Thomas Tuchel's job along with it. The Telegraph put it in exactly those terms, while The Guardian's Barney Ronay wrote of a side sliding towards disaster before their captain dragged them clear. And make no mistake, this was close, a shock DR Congo lead, a nervous night, and echoes of past English traumas, until Kane produced the moment that mattered. He is being talked about this morning as a genuine saviour, even a Ballon d'Or contender. But survival comes with a reckoning. England's reward is a last 16 tie with Mexico, the host nation, unbeaten, and yet to concede a goal at the Azteca at altitude. Tuchel has already called the thin air a huge disadvantage, warning there is simply no time to adapt to it. He is even urging parents to let the children stay up for the one at kickoff. England are through. Now comes the hard part. Kate, what's moving on the wire?
Thanks, Arthur, and the usual warning before we start. These are reports and gossip, not done deals. Top of the pile. And it is a big one. After weeks of will they, won't they, sources told ESPN that Tottenham have finally agreed a club record deal for Newcastle's Sandro Tonali, a move reported to be worth up to £100 million. If it goes through, and the reports say a medical is being lined up, Tonali would become Spurs' 5th signing of an already busy summer, with more said to be on the way. Elsewhere, there are reports that Liverpool have completed a deal worth around £60 million for a player named Jacquet. And over at Arsenal, the roundup suggests Mikel Arteta is hunting value, a clutch of high-profile free agents said to be available this week, and the transfer columns claim the Gunners are close to confirming deals of their own. As ever, none of this is signed until it is signed. But if the Tonali move lands the way the sources suggest, Tottenham will have smashed their transfer record for the second time in a matter of days. Quick hits before we go. Staying with that United States win, there is a sting in the tail. The reports are clear that Folarin Balogun's straight red card carries an automatic one-game ban that cannot be appealed, so the man who opened the scoring will now miss the last 16 tie with Belgium. In Germany, the soul-searching goes on. Writing this morning, the World Cup winning captain, Philipp Lahm, argued that Germany are no longer a tournament team and must reconnect with their own identity after a third early exit in a row. There is somber news from Mexico, too. The BBC reports that 4 people died during the celebrations in Mexico City after more than 1 million fans took to the streets to mark the win over Ecuador. Back with England and a fresh worry, the Mirror says. Declan Rice was seen icing his quad after being substituted against DR Congo, putting his available against their And a lighter one to finish, in Seattle, Belgium's Leandro Trossard and Yuri Tielemans were spotted in a heated row during a break in play before combining minutes later for the goal that swung the tie. Back to you, Arthur.
So what to watch? The headline act is set, England against Mexico in the last 16, at a heaving Azteca, at altitude the tie the neutrals have been circling all week. Tuchel is bracing for the thin air and the noise, and he does so with a fresh doubt over Declan Rice. And, as he keeps reminding everyone, it is a one-aim kickoff back home, so set the alarm or write that note for school. Elsewhere in the last 16, the United States now know their road runs through Belgium. Fresh from that comeback over Senegal, though the Americans must find a way through without the suspended Balogun. The knockouts have already claimed some heavyweights, and they are only getting started. That's your morning briefing. We're back with shorts through the day, and right here tomorrow, stoppage time news before the final whistle.